Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Back here again with another video. I know I haven't done a video in about a week. I've been busy with college. But today I want to talk about the top 5 college football games of this weekend. I just want to run through and give little predictions. We got number 1 Alabama heading into Arkansas after Arkansas had a huge upset loss to Louisiana Monroe. Tyler Wilson went down in the game. He will not be playing in this game either. I think Alabama handles him easily just because, Arkansas is missing their star quarterback, one of the top players in the SEC, one of the top players in the country, one of the best quarterbacks in the entire college football landscape. And without him, I mean, Arkansas is at a huge deficit here against Alabama. I think Alabama rolls easily. Also in the SEC, we got Florida taking on Tennessee. Tennessee has been really surprising this year. They've came out playing really well their first 2 games. Florida's still got that, quarterback, not controversy, I guess, but, Skelton's not Skelton. I can't even think of his name. It starts with SK or something, but he has not performed very well. They still won both their games. They beat Texas A&M last week in a gritty game on the road. I think they're going to beat Tennessee here on the road. I think they're still a good enough team to get by. They need to figure out that quarterback position, though, but I think Florida chomps on. USC versus Stanford, another team that's kind of underperformed is Stanford. Stanford's been playing pretty much crap the first few weeks. I mean, they haven't been terrible. They're still ranked. They've still won both their games. But I think USC just goes in there and destroys them. Matt Barkley, Robert Woods, and Marquise Lee, like that combination, that tripod, those 2 receivers and quarterback, that trifecta they have, has been phenomenal to start the season. And I think USC rolls on here on the road in a tough place to play in Stanford. I think USC gets the win, though. A game I'm really intrigued by, Notre Dame versus Michigan State. I really liked what I've seen in Notre Dame so far. They've got a great running attack. So does Michigan State. I feel like this game is going to be kept on the ground a lot. And I think Michigan State is going to punch out a very close victory here. Mainly just because I think they're at home. I think if Notre Dame was at home, it would be a different story. I think these teams are very evenly matched. I think it's going to be a very close, gritty game. It's going to come down to the wire. I think Michigan State's going to pull it out. And the last game on my list, Texas versus Ole Miss. I think this is a game, whoever wins is going to prove that they are actually here to play this year. For me, whoever wins this game proves they're for real. I still think Texas is a little overrated. Ole Miss is not really overrated. They've won 2 games, but here's their first true test. It's outside of the SEC, so it doesn't have much impact there, but we'll see how good Ole Miss is. We'll see if Texas is as good as advertised, as good as everybody seems to think they are. I think Texas gets the victory here. Another really close game, but I think Texas pulls it out too. Those are my top 5 games of the week. Those are my predictions for the top 5 games of the week. Comment down below if you have another game you really want to watch. Obviously, I go to Mizzou, so I'm obviously going to be interested in Arizona State versus Missouri as well. Didn't throw them on. I don't think it's as big as any of those 5 games, but that should be a fun game as well. Comment, tell me what you guys are looking forward to this week. Tell me if you think my predictions are wrong. Tell me if you think, if you're looking forward to another game. And I'll be back later, possibly with a review of all of this. Peace.